traded, and they were just like persecuting him. And I'm like, really, guys? Like, come on, he's a second-year player.
Everybody has a crush on Davante Adams. And
Speaking
of crushes, Zach, I'm sure you're a pretty young guy, so you probably don't have kids yet, right?
No, thank God.
Okay, well, Dave and I are both living the hashtag dad life, okay? So at the dinner table today, my daughter reveals to me that her and one of our family friends' sons told each other they have a crush on each other, which brings me to this. In 2019, Zach, who do you have a crush on for the Green Bay Packers?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I'm going to go with...
Can I take a guess? Oh, I was going to guess. Never mind. Nope, I wasn't even close.
Who are you going to say, Trevor Davis?
No, I was actually going to pick Jair Alexander.
Who did you
pick
now, Zach?
That was one of my top three. Oh, I picked Aaron Jones.
Oh, see, mine is the Dexter Williams.
Oh, that's a good one. I think as a rookie, he's really going to step into that new scheme they're running with his own blocking, and he's going to get his fair share of playing time. It doesn't matter if he's third string; he's going to be out there. That's for sure. But
so with that, Zach, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have to bring this up.
No problem.
I went and watched highlights of Derrick Henry in Tennessee's and LaFleur's offense last year, and I went and watched Dexter Williams in Notre Dame's offense last year, and I'm telling you, it looks identical for the lanes they're choosing. And there's one thing I noticed. Henry, when he runs, he just wants to run to the outside and see if he gets the turn and can go upfield. Williams likes to bounce inside and allows those big runs. And for being a bigger back, he has that very, it's like a slice move. And it's like he can go lateral and still be at the same speed. And I hate to say it, but I feel like it's a makeup for Lacey. I know Lacey was picked higher, but just the kind of back they wanted. But now they get him in the zone running scheme. I think with Jay as his dark horse pick, I think Williams might have a chance to get a ton of carries at the end of the season, especially when it starts getting colder.
Yeah, see, when I was watching, right after they drafted him, I was watching Dexter Williams tape as well, and I kind of noticed the same thing. He did have a tendency to kind of push his runs inside a lot. I don't know if that was just a result of Notre Dame's scheme or if that was just habitual tendency. But either way, I'm
good
happy
vision.
To see that because good vision as well. I'm happy to see that because we lived through the James Starks era where he bounced every single run outside. So I'm okay with I'm okay with this now. But yeah, I see where you get the similarities, kind of between how he was using Notre Dame's offense and how Derrick Henry was using Matt LaFleur's offense in Tennessee. That's this whole coaching change, this regime change, it's going to be huge for guys like Dexter Williams and for guys like Aaron Jones. Because Aaron Jones, the reason he was my crush, not just because, what he's able to do as running back, but what in this offense is he's going to be able to do as a receiver. He's going to be getting so many touches. He's going to be actually routes. Yeah, he's going to be the tricky part is obviously the maintenance. How often you use him and how often you kind of rest him. But that's why they got three guys in the stable right now. That's why they still have Jamal Williams and Dexter Williams as well. That's why they went for him in the 6th round, because he can step in and he's kind of like a bell cow running back.
So given that, with what you said there is we're going to see a lot more 2 and 3 tight end sets. We're going to see less wide receivers. My personal prediction is at 5 or less wide receivers, and you're going to see more linemen, tight ends, and running backs. Do you see a scenario where we see a lot more Aaron Jones stretched out, running sweep and flies on fakes and some gadget stuff, where Williams would be the bell cow, taking a little more work but still keeping Jones on the field and on tape as a threat? Because that's how this offense works. There's a lot of similar formations, but a lot of smoke and mirrors and bells and whistles to keep your defense guessing from week to week on film. You never know who's getting the ball necessarily.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you'll see a lot of that. Just LaFleur always talked about the illusion of complexity, and when you have a guy like Aaron Jones, that keeps the defense guessing. That keeps guys on their heels on how he's going to be utilized, if he's going to get the ball in his hand. Now, if you have him and Jamal Williams on the field at the same time, that's just going to drive them crazy, because you don't know if Aaron Jones is going to be running out for a pass. You don't know if Jamal Williams is going to get the carry straight into the heart of your defense. That's part of the illusion of complexity that Matt LaFleur talks about. And they're also just like, he runs that offense through these condensed formations where they're just going to be able to do a lot of different things out of one particular formation. This is something Aaron Rodgers talked about as well, something that he noticed. Their formations won't be so complex, but it's the things they're able to do out of those formations that just kind of really makes this offense so special, and yeah, you'll definitely see Aaron Jones be running on some sweeps and flies and things like that, and Jamal Williams kind of being that workhorse up the middle.
So my dark horse pick, if I had to pick one, see, Jair Alexander was my pick for you, because I thought you were going to say him, but my dark horse is Raven Green. I had a crush on him last year when he came in, and he performed well with raw snaps, and there was just talent. I heard his camp and been reading. He has just been putting in work this offseason, and I'm so excited for him.
Oh yeah, I agree. He was my undrafted free agent crush last year. I thought he had a good shot at making the roster, and lo and behold, he's still here. He's still sticking around. I remember that one play in particular. He came in against the Dolphins last year, and he blitzed from his safety spot, and he brought down Ryan Tannehill for a sack. And it's that playmaking ability that can make him really useful in the secondary, just as depth. Because you can't have enough safety depth, especially after seeing how poor the Packers were at that position last season, just like all around. But yeah, Raven Green.
Which brings me to my next point. Which brings me to my next point, Zach. I got to say it. I want the Packers to give a third-round pick for Jalen Thompson. That would round out our safety room, and we all know Josh Jones is either going to get cut or traded. Everyone kind of feels that way. I think Jalen Thompson is that athletic versatility that can fit into Pettine's defense perfect.
I completely agree. And you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the story I wrote on him, and how
I sure did.
That was for this kid. No,
that's why we brought it up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like what he was able to do at Washington State, and seeing like the whole, losing his eligibility for the 2019 season, his senior year, that doesn't necessarily bother me, because, things like that with over-the-counter stuff and supplements, that's really tricky to determine. It doesn't sound like he was taking steroids or anything like that, or PEDs. It sounds just like an actual mix-up, like actually reading into the whole dynamics behind it. But as a player, he's someone that they said he was going to be like a top 5 safety prospect by the spring. So he definitely has that athletic ability. He has the ability to tackle, and that's something the Packers haven't really had at their safety position in quite some time. Since Morgan Burnett was there. And, I don't want to talk about Ha Clinton Dix or anything, but he wasn't the best open field tackler. Not too bad in coverage, but he isn't the kind of guy you want to see in the open field and relying on him to make a tackle. But regardless, having Jalen Thompson back there could just kind of shore up that depth. And there isn't a lot of depth there right now. You got Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage, who is a rookie. You don't know what to expect from him. I had high expectations, obviously, but remember, he's a rookie. So. And you have Latrell Jamerson, who is going to be safety. They've been experimenting with him at safety this offseason. Raven Green, Trey Thompson.
What do you think?
What do you
think of Latrell Jamerson? I mean, I watched him at Wisconsin, being a Wisconsin kid myself, and following the Badgers. I think he's got some upside. I think he's very raw, but I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna sit there and say he's guaranteed. But do you see some potential there at safety then?
Personally, not necessarily. I don't see much in him. Nothing that really makes you stand out and go, this guy could definitely crack the roster. Obviously he's stuck around since December, since I claimed him off of waivers. So, they see the potential there. They see something that they might like. That's why they're experimenting with him at safety right now and converting him from cornerback. But yeah, I know he came from Wisconsin and all that, but I don't necessarily think that the Packers let him stick around. As far as I know right now, he could probably be a camp body and maybe nothing more than that. It just depends on how their safety position looks as a whole. You know, like if they land Jalen Thompson and they spend the draft capital necessary to do so, then
I say get rid of him then, definitely, yeah. He's probably gone to make that roster spot open for him at that point.
Yeah, even if they don't, I don't see him sticking around personally. And I will happily be wrong.
Well, actually, there's one thing I wanted to bring up back to your comment where he went through and got suspended. I feel like if Gutekunst would give him a workout and then fly him to Green Bay to have a meeting with him, and he's a big character guy. Like you've seen in the past, Gutekunst is a not mess around guy. If like, who was the safety last year in the Patriots game that went and taunted or did something stupid? Was it Jermaine Whitehead? And he ended up getting released the next week. Like Gutekunst doesn't play around. So if he sees good character in this kid, then I believe that he can be a good player for us. Or not even a good player, but just an all-around person in the locker room. And if I trust Gutekunst. With the moves he's made, I fully trust him.
And you have to know too. I mean, Gutekunst, he probably has all the information necessary. He has all the specifics about what happened to Thompson, why he got suspended, and what exactly the supplements were that got him suspended. Yeah, so you know damn well he's all over that. So, like you said, for him to fly into Green Bay after the workout and actually meet this kid in person, test it, everything, then you have to think that interest is serious.
Oh yeah,
really serious.
You think it's a third, or think it's a third round pick or fourth?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of teams interested in this kid.
2016 showed up.
2016, yeah. So I don't know. I think a third round pick will probably be as high as it goes. At a third rounder, I would be iffy. So I would probably end up doing it.
Me too. I'd pull the trigger in a heartbeat. I just got a crush on the kid after watching his highlights.
I think it's worth it just because of what we were all just talking about, depth and bodies there and capable athletes that you actually believe can make this roster and contribute. We don't have time to wait any longer. The time clock is ticking on Aaron Rodgers. Even though I don't think he's past his prime, it doesn't mean we have time to waste on young guys that need 2 or 3 years.
I agree, and if it takes spending a third-round pick, I mean, you look at their third-round pick history in recent years. The jury is still out on Jake Sternberger and Oren Burks, but Montravius Adams, who has looked good this offseason, but, that was a couple of years ago. You still haven't seen major production from him. Kyler Fackrell just coming off of a very good season, but it took a little while for him to really get going. Ty Montgomery before that. Kylie Thornton and Richard
That's
Rodgers.
That's the 2-minute whistle, guys. 2 minutes left. That means we got to start wrapping it up, which means, Zach, you get the final word. Tell everybody what you're going to be up to and where to get a hold of you at. Just, real quick.
Oh, well, what I'm going to be up to? Well, once training camp rolls around, then I'm just going to be writing like crazy. That's really just what I'm focused on right now and contributing to Cheesehead TV. Like I said over Twitter the other day, they give me the platform to produce as much content as I do, and I take full advantage of that because I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the people there, my fellow staff writers, everybody. And I'm grateful for you guys for having me on as well.
We enjoyed having you on.
Read his work, people. Read his work. It's damn good.
Read all the Cheesehead TV guys. You guys are all great people. You're great follows, great content. We enjoy you guys on Twitter. And actually, we got a lot of you guys coming on this month. So it's kind of an honorary Cheesehead TV month, So we enjoyed
Cheesehead TV July.
Yes, that's what it is. We enjoyed having Zach Jacobson on today. And you know what, guys? It doesn't say it at the beginning of the show, but we did crack iTunes. So that puts us on all 11 major platforms.
And Spotify.
Yep, and Spotify. Nice. So we also want to just say real quick to thank you to everybody out there that's been on the show in the past, has been on the show.
Big supporters, big yes.
All the people that do stuff out there gave us advice. We appreciate all the help, guys. And keep in tune because we have made lots of phone calls and we are trying to get you guys players so you guys can get inside perspective from the players' mouths. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Thursday night, same time, same channel. Go Pack.